She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hand. Said, baby, I just wanna dance. I met her on Grafton Street, right outside of the bar. She shared a cigarette with me while her brother played the guitar. She asked me, what does it mean? The Gaelic ink on your arm. Said it was one of my friend's songs. Do you want to drink on? She took Jamie as a chaser, Jack for the fun. She got Arthur on the table with Johnny riding a shotgun. Chatted some more, one more drink at the bar, then put Van in the jukebox, got up to dance. You know she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I
G'day guys, my name's Dave Trent and welcome to another GuitarZero2Hero song tutorial. And in today's lesson I'll be teaching you how to play Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran. Now this is a fairly easy song and there's no bar chords involved, just simple open chord shapes. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. So for the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and a capo on the 2nd fret of your guitar. So let's jump straight into the song. And for the intro, we have 2 lines of chords. Our first line starts with an E minor, and then we go to a G, and then we go D, and then our last chord is a C add 9 for this first line of chords. Now C add 9 is just the same shape as a G, just your index and middle finger move down 1 string, and you don't hit this 6th string. Then for our second line of chords, we simply have C add 9, G, and then D, just by itself. Now up here in the annotations, you'll see the timing for the chords. Now each chord is just strummed once, but it's really important on where you strum it. So the chords are always strummed on either the 1 beat or the end beat after the 2. So the E minor starts on the 1 beat, and then a G is on the end beat after the 2. D is on the 1 beat, and the C add 9 again is on the end beat after the 2. For the next line, the C add 9 is on the 1 beat, the G is on the end beat after the 2, and for our D, you're going to strum it on that 1 beat, and then you're going to strum it again on that end beat after the 2. So if that sounds confusing, don't worry, I'll count along and I'll play it and it'll make more sense. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 on that 4 beat you just want to mute all your strings so that nothing rings out. That's it for the intro. Now we get to our verse. Now for the verse, the timing structure is going to be almost identical to what we had in the intro. So chords are generally strummed on the 1 beat and the end beat after the 2, and you just strum them once. There's no real strumming pattern here. So there's 4 lines of chords for verse 1 and 2. First line is E minor, G, D, and C. And then our second line is E minor, G, and then D, and that's it. Our third line is identical to our first line, and then our 4th line of chords is A minor 7, G, and then D. Now we are strumming each of these chords just once, but unlike the intro where we held our chords out, you're just going to strum them and then instantly mute the strings. Now that's going to give it a really sharp staccato feel, and that's what is in the actual song. The only exception to this is the last D chord. And for this last D chord, we're going to implement a strumming pattern. That's going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. That's the only place in this verse where there's a strumming pattern. Everything else is just strummed once. Again, all the timing is up here in the annotations. So altogether, the verse will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 down, 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 down. Now one thing you can add to make this verse a little more percussive is mutes on the 2 beat and the 4 beat. All you need to do to mute is just rest your fingers lightly on the strings and strum down like that, and it'll just give you that mute sound. Now you do that on the 2 beat and the 4 beat. Nothing else changes. You're still hitting the chords on the 1 beat and the end beat after the 2. The only place you won't put a mute is after that D chord in the second line. So if we throw in the percussive mutes, the verse will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we get to our chorus. Our chorus is just 2 lines of chords. We have C, G, D, and then C for our first line. And then our second line is simply C, G, and then D. Now our strumming pattern for this chorus is going to continue on from that last chord in our verse, which goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And in succession, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Now that strumming pattern is going to apply to everything in this chorus except for that last D chord, which has its own separate strumming pattern, but we'll learn that later. The point at which you're going to change chords is going to be on the third down strum of that strumming pattern. So for the C to the G, for example, we're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And we'll do the exact same thing for the D to the C. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Now for our final D chord, it's going to have its own strumming pattern, which will go down, up, down, up, down, down. So altogether, the chorus will sound like this. Down, up, 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 down. Then we get to our post-chorus, where Ed Sheeran just sings Galway Girl. Now this is a really easy section, which is just a 4-chord chord progression that goes C add 9, G, D, and then E minor. For our strumming pattern, again, we're just going to continue on with a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And there will be 2 chords within each strumming pattern, and the point at which you're going to change chords will be the same as the chorus. So the post-chorus will sound like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. In the first and second verse, we were stabbing everything and muting it shortly after. But for the third verse, we're just going to strum the chords and let them ring. Now there's 2 lines of chords for this third verse. We have E minor, G, D, and then C. And then for our second line, it's just E minor, G, and then hold on the D. And we're going to repeat those 2 lines, and the third verse will simply sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now the last thing to learn is the third and final chorus. It's essentially exactly the same as the other choruses we've played, except our first chord is an E minor and not a C. We're going to keep the same strumming patterns as well, so the third chorus will just sound like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. So now I'm going to be playing the full song in its entirety. I'm going to have a vocal track on top for some context. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hand, said, baby, I just wanna dance. I met her on Grafton Street, right outside of the bar. She shared a cigarette with me while her brother played the guitar. She asked me, what does it mean? The girl kink on your arm, said it was one of my friend's songs. Do you want to drink on? She took Jimmy as a chaser, Jack for the fun. She got Oliver on the table with Johnny riding a shotgun. Chatted some more while we drink at the bar, then put Vic in a jukebox, got up to dance. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hand, said, baby, I just wanna dance with my pretty little Galway. And then she kissed me like there was nobody else in the room. His last words were cold was when she stood on the stool after dancing to Kaylee singing to trad tunes. I never heard Carrick Fergus sing a song so sweet. I could play it in the bar using her feet for a beat, or I could have that voice playing on repeat for a week. And then it's worked out with the way she was singing to me. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hands, and baby I just wanna dance. My pretty little Galway girl. A Galway girl and a perfect night. She played the fiddle in an Irish band. She fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hand. Said, baby, I just wanna dance. My pretty little Galway girl. My Galway girl. My Galway
Be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero, guys, to pick up my free guitar ebook. It'd mean the world if you could hit that like button, click subscribe, and then click that little notification bell so that you don't miss out on any updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions, and requests below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.